What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day bringing you another versus. Now I'm bringing you two knives, one being the Esee Avispa and the other being the Ontario Rat 1, aka the Model 1. At first glance, holy crap, that's the same exact knife. So same shape, same size, same FRN scale, same designers, both made in a factory in Taiwan. That's pretty much where the similarities stop outside of the four-way boot clip. It's the same holes, and there's a lanyard hole on each one, and even that's different. The Esee is much bigger. You're going to get a much better lanyard in this one. And everybody thinks that these are the same exact knife. Even I'll go over one of them and I'll say, oh yeah, it's just like this, but it's actually not. They're quite different. This one, the Esee, is D2 steel, which I love. For knives, D2 is pretty much one of my favorites. This one is AUS 8. You can get this one in AUS 8, but it's in D2. Now, the construction. They're both steel frame construction. This is a frame lock. This is a liner lock. This one has a single scale with an aggressive pattern. This one has double scales with a lesser aggressive pattern, a smoother pattern. This one has got a stone wash finish, which I love. This one has got a polish finish, which I like. The shape of this drop point is just beautiful. It maintains a fatness through the blade that is just awesome. Now, if you line them up together at the end of the handle, it looks as if the Ontario is actually bigger. However, when you line cutting edge to cutting edge, they're the same, and actually the Esee is just a hair bigger. Going from the top where the grind starts, the Esee is just a little bit bigger in the spine. So you have more cutting edge on the Esee, and you have a thickness that goes farther down through the Esee too, making this a stronger blade, not to mention the fact that it's D2 steel, which makes it stronger. As far as steel for steel is concerned, I prefer the D2, like it much better. Even if this was AUS 8, the Esee just is a better heat treat than the Ontario. So here you go, comfort for comfort. This one is made with only one scale and then an open body here. What that does is it gives it a very, very nice thin profile. You can see that, well, maybe you can see it. You can see how thin it is compared to the Ontario. When it comes down to putting it in a pocket on that little clip and having something like a cell phone, a wallet in there, this takes up less space and it's lighter. This one takes up more space, it's heavier. However, if you have big hands like me, I do like the grip. I like the grip that's nice and big and fat, but I'd rather wear this one because it's thin. So you're kind of right there. Both have a good belt clip. I do like the Esee's belt clip better just because it gives you more of a lip, which makes it easier to get onto the pocket than this one. This one's got a long, deep, shallow belt groove, a little lip there. This one's got a deep, short one, just easier. I do like the thumb pulls are made ambidextrous, where they're made ambidextrous on the Esee. However, one is shorter than the other. If I need to switch them around, I can switch them around. That's not a problem. They both have very, very smooth action. They both have tensioners. They are both jimped. The jimping on the Ontario is very aggressive, and you'll notice that the Esee is almost smooth going across. This one has this goofy hump right here. I'm not a big fan of the look of the hump. Even though it feels okay, the Esee just feels better. I've seen people say, oh, these are made in the same factories by the same people, it's the same exact knife, blah, 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 blah. And I can show you beyond a shadow of a doubt that these are very far from the exact same knife. Even down to the grip, you'll see the Ontario has a deeper finger groove, which I like. The Esee's finger groove is great, but you know, they have to leave room for the lock right here, this frame lock, to come through. So it's just a little bit better on the finger groove, I think, on the Ontario than on the Esee. I still prefer the Esee. This one, I did a video on the Avispa, I don't know, months ago, where I did this one days ago. I've had this a lot longer than I've had this. For regular daily use, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it here, but I got like little tiny, I'm not going to give you guys any false information. Not, what do you call it? Not chips, but I have like little inclusions right here on the tip. It's scratched up, where here on the Esee, there is zero blade wear. I'm talking zero. Now, they both went through the same kind of testing, original testing. This one I've carried a lot more. I'm talking a lot more, maybe 10 times more than I've carried this. And I carried this, I don't know, for like a week straight, just to really get a feel for it. So let's check the edge. Let's see. And it was shave sharp when I bought it. Right now, I'm not picking up any hair. I'm scratching off some dander, but I'm not getting any hair. Let's see. This one, however, completely different story. That's hair. You can see all right there. Those are hairs. Both of these knives have been used by me. This one has been used a lot more. Neither have I brought to a stone or done any work on. And this one maintains its sharpness. The heat treat on the Esee is just awesome. I mean, between Esee and Tops, these guys have awesome heat treats. Fantastic. Does that mean this one sucks because it's not shave sharp anymore? No, this thing's still worth carrying. The Esee is just better. So let's you know, you guys can look at my videos individually on these and check them out and see what they were able to do and how they were able to perform. So I'm only going to do a few things on this just to give you a side-by-side, because that's one thing I didn't do in either of the other videos, mainly because I couldn't find this the last few days. This one I didn't even own when I bought this. So let's go slice some cans and shit. All right, guys, so I got some vine growing all around, so what I need to do is take it out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this Ontario and give it a quick, just to show you. I mean, I know this is light, it's nothing, it's like, you know, cutting hard grass, but to go through vines, if I need to clear stuff, it's just simple. Here I got a big twisted mess. I'll use the Esee. This is obviously more than one little piece, and it goes, I mean, look at that. Look at that. I'll do the same thing with the Ontario to show you on this big fat piece of stuff. It's just these two knives. I mean, look at this. Look at this, man. These are vines. They're not the hardest substance on the planet, but they're not the weakest, you know what I mean? It's literally, it's just because it looks like grass, it tastes like grass, doesn't make it grass. So it's just, am I expecting any damage on these? No, just wiping off the crap. But it just tells you that just because it's a pocket knife, you can use it for a lot of things around the house. You know what I mean? You're doing some weeding outside. Got a nice spider inside my... Oh man, guys, check this guy out. I don't know if you could see him. He was inside my hot tub. Oh, he's so hard to see, but he's really cool looking. Hold on a second. I know this is not part of the knife thing, but where is he? Look how fucking cool this spider is. Man, that is one badass looking spider. Boop, now he's gone. Anyway, I believe we were talking about knives, and they're freaking awesome. So, you know, I mean, I get distracted pretty easy. Squirrel. But let's get back to it. Awesome. Let's keep going. I'm going to press stop now. All right, so we are going to begin with the Ontario on an aluminum can slice. Hoop-de-doo. That thing, the bottom shot out, the top just dropped. My phone is getting soaked, but, you know, I've got one of those, I don't know what it's called, man. It's, oh, one of those, I just looked at it too. Whoa, it's an OtterBox, that's right. I got an OtterBox, so it's good. All right, I'm a little deepity. All right, so that was very nice, very clean. Let's go ahead and give it the old paper slice test like they do with paper, except on freaking aluminum. So look at this, man. I mean, just sweet. Those cuts, they're beautiful. Let's check the edge for any extra damages that wasn't already there. And no, the thing is fine. I probably just even sharpened it by doing that. So next, boop, we're going to go with the Esee. And we're going to give it a good slice here. Woo-wee! And again, super clean, super sweet, just awesomeness. Let's give it a little whoozah! Let's give it a little whoozah! I'll tell you what, this actually goes through smoother and easier. So look at these fine ass slices through the aluminum. Boop. Now let's check the blade. What did I do to it? Nothing. The thing is gorgeous. So let's look at it up close. And the blade is freaking flawless. That's like with flaw, but without flaw. Flawless. It is just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So is this. Freaking awesome. What are you gonna do? I mean, you can't go wrong with either freaking knife. This in AUS 8 is the same price as this. This one in D2 is $10 to $15 more expensive, but you're getting D2 steel. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's keep going. And remember, these aren't choppers. I just want to show you that they can chop in an emergency. And we can see that wood is without a doubt being removed. That was the Ontario. Now let's stick that into there. Now we're going to use the Esee. We're going to go right to the same spot. You can see this shit flying off. And I mean, it's just the same thing, right? It's just taking chunks of wood right out of this thing. It looks like snowflakes. It's just coming out so much. And it's not so much as to show you that you can chop wood, but this is hardwood, so I want to show you what has been done to these edges by doing that. And let's see. Nothing, because it's freaking awesome. Let's check this guy out right here. And it looks like nothing. I got a big scratch in the tip. But as far as actual edge damage, I have like a little tiny, let me see right here. Let's see if we can get it. There's like a little spot. I don't know if you could actually see that. But right there, yeah, you can see that little shiny spot. That's a small defect. But it's nothing that you're going to catch with a fingernail. It's just a little spot that I'm going to get out. Same thing right here on the tip. I don't know if I can get it. There's a scratch right here, right through the actual edge. That's something that I've never gotten on the Esee. I did a Esee 6 versus the Rat 7, and the same thing. I ended up in the Rat 7. I took a little baby chip in the steel, nothing in the Esee. The Esee just outperformed it by that much, and that's pretty much what's going to happen with this over this. This is going to be outperformed by this by a hair. Does that make the Aus 8 version of this, which is $10 cheaper than this, a worse buy? No, if you don't have the extra 10 bucks, this is going to be awesome. This is, I mean, awesome. That little thing right there is pretty much nothing. Definitely nothing to sweat. So don't sweat it unless you're like me and it's 100 degrees out here and you got that cool little mustache going on right here. It looks like morning dew all over my face, which is better than monkey dew because, you know, they throw that shit. All right, so we're going to do a little sports cones. We're going to do some slicing on a sports cone. Let me put down the old Esee. Maybe. Oh, I know, I'll just stick it in here like you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the Ontario. We're going to just take this guy, slice off a piece. We'll put down the Ontario, we'll take the Esee, and we'll slice off a piece. I mean, it's rubber, it's thick, it's no match. Literally no match for these things. I mean, you've seen that this was no longer shave sharp due to use, and I can get it shave sharp with literally just the light end of the stone will bring it right back, and they're just that good. I can get that back, and even though it's not shave sharp, you guys are witnessing the still sharpness of this blade. This thing is showing you the still sharpness, plus it's still shave sharp. Super bad. This is like, you know, like Batman and Robin. It's Captain America and Bucky. So basically, that's what you're looking at. This is like the sidekick to this. Does that mean this one can't punch somebody in the face and make a big pow sign pop up? No, that's going to do it. Pow! But this one's going to give you a zam, powy, blow. It's just that much. The Esee Avispa compared to the Ontario Rat 1 is just a better knife. By far, I'm not going to go ahead and say that. I'm not going to say by far, because this is a badass knife. This is just more badass. You know what I mean? It's like if you lined up Led Zeppelin, you know, next to Queen. Queen is fucking awesome, man. What a great group. But they're no Zeppelin, right? Queen would open for Zeppelin. That's just the way it works. So here you go, man. I mean, you know, let's go put these on the rack and we'll just finish it there. Well, here you have it. Two of the best lockback knives of this style and of this size grouping, right? I'll tell you what, guys, you literally can buy both, or you could buy either one, and you won't be wondering if there was a better choice you could have made. These are just two fantastic knives. I mean, fantastic knives. They are very different, yet very much the same. You can see the construction overall is completely different. The shape of the blades are different. The heat treat is different. But, you know, some of the materials are the same. The designers are the same. The factories are the same. Doesn't matter. They're still two different knives. The Ontario is one fantastic lockback. It is fantastic. The Esee is just better. I mean, when, you know, you talk about some of the best, right there, that's one of the best lockbacks at this size range. A 3.5 blade, the, you know, 5-inch closed, whatever it is. I think they're like 8.5 overall. You're not going to find better knives. You know what I mean? You can get a tops, and you can get, you know, some case blades, and you can get some different things that are going to be comparable. but it's really hard to beat what you're looking at right here. These two are fantastic. Absolutely love them. If I was going to recommend either, I'd recommend both. If you said I can only afford one, I'm telling you right now, the Esee Avispa and D2 steel is just ridiculous. I more than recommend it. It's flawless. It's awesome. It's strong. It's beautiful. It's everything you want a lock back to be. So, I am Donnie B all day, and until next knife.